Do you know the 39 bucks?
Yeah.
So basically, well, the bottom line is with everything. So you've got Yeoman's Cannon, who do Hereford
on a Sunday.
Yeah. Well, they do Hereford to Kingstone. They've invested lots of money on their route. Okay, I mean a tremendous amount. But the 39 is so badly. There you go. Yeah. Well, the first thing is, funnily enough, and I've got it all written down.
Yeah.
Councillor Gareth, why are you not a Tory anymore?
I fall out with them.
God!
I went, and at the last election, it wasn't an election, obviously, but it stood, and we were asked, did we want to get in power?
Did you want to get in power?
And I said, you mean to tell me, I haven't stood on the doorstep, but you have, and you've got a chance now. Stand up and be counted. They said, oh no, we don't know, we're new, blah blah blah. I said, look, you're either in the camp or not in the camp. You're elected to make decisions, not to...
There's a fence. You've got to get off it. There's two sides in life, sadly. Anyway, it's very, very simple, because... Well, I've got it all, I'll write it out to you properly, and I do legal cases, and I will write it perfectly.
If you send it to me, what I can do is I can send it to the highways office.
Well, here's the bottom line. You see, I use the bus regularly. I know exactly what the score is from a user point of view, but there are a few people in Peterchurch who've been using it for years, and they've really got their head together, and then grown-ups middle class. They're the experts on it, and I will put one of them in touch with you, and she's been doing some campaigning on it, but she knows all the angles. But to simplify it, I mean, the fares are just about to go up again. In fact, just going back 5 or 10 years, the service used to be much better. They used to have night buses, I don't know if you know, on the 39. But anyway, first of all, fun enough, you mentioned the Sunday thing. I mean, this week we've had chaos because we can't even get, they won't even provide a phone number if the last bus has been cancelled due to the weather. I'll summarise all this. But one example is with this, they do these tickets now, the weekly tickets. The 39A, because it's a different company, the bus drivers don't even know if you can use that on Sunday, right? That's one thing, but they're talking of cancelling the Sunday service, right? Yes. And so they're putting up the fares on the 39. They do it. That plant is so old, it's horrific. I've got a list of things, but the point is that I'm not an expert on it, but I've identified a couple of people in Peterchurch who are really up on it.
Do you know what their names are? Just so when I get
one's called Mandy. Well, no, what I'll do, I haven't even got her email address, but I was talking to her a few days ago saying, why don't you try Councillor Gareth? He needs some power. He might be looking for some votes.
It would make no difference in Peterchurch, but I'm still happy to change it.
But no. But this is affecting all the people here, because it's the route that goes all the way through. So there's the Sunday thing. The fares are going up yet again. And there are a couple of other issues they've got. I mean, basically, for the college kids especially, we need because the cut-off is 5:50, right? We need a later one. It's crazy. Because people, in fact, I was offered a job in Hereford 3 or 4 weeks ago, and because the first one going in, can't reliably, if it hits the 8 o'clock traffic at Belmont, can't reliably get people even in for quarter to 9. Really, what they've said to me, all the people on the bus, is that they don't mind a slightly earlier bus, even if they've got to hang around for an hour before work. And my job was declined. I was offered the job, but because I had to say, I can guarantee getting there 10 to 9, but I've got to be on the 5:45 bus back. They need a later one. Frankly, what needs to happen is Stagecoach need to be kicked off because they don't give a sugar. But everybody knows that. But
as it is, this is what I know regarding it. The county council work with the bus companies to provide reviews and obviously timetables, and they give an allowance obviously to keep the costs down. But then obviously you've got the England Wales board and where it's funded. So that's why it'd be nice, even though it's partly English, partly Welsh issue, it would be quite handy to have your views and the views of Herefordshire for a plain view that like the going to work in Hereford is a good one for me because it's residents of Powys going to work in there. We're on about regeneration, making sure people can pay their council tax and all this.
Do you know what the daftest thing is? The old folks use their bus passes in England, and they come here and they're told they can't use them.
No, because it's only for the first. If you go from Wales, you can go all around Wales on your bus pass, but you can only go to one point in England on your bus pass because it's a Welsh initiative. So so you can go all around Wales, but if you want to go to London, you can only get to Hereford for free. You can't get anywhere else free, and it.
But just keeping it simple. I mean, there are about 10 issues, but one of the crazy ones, like the weather, bad weather the last 3 or 4 months. They do cancel them. I mean, last Saturday they cancelled them all day, which was ridiculous. They don't have an inspector there, and the drivers have to make the decision. The drivers just say, no, we're not going. But keeping it simple, there is now, there have been so many cancellations the last 3 or 4 months. Nobody's fault, although they are a bit slack. There isn't even a number you can phone round here. So a lot of people, what's happening is a lot of people are deciding not to take the bus because with the weather's been bad, they can't even get a number to find out if their service is running. That's the lady who's the expert. She's got a list, and she's very sensible. She knows how it has to be prioritised. I mean, the first thing is
I've had one case which has helped, or like the most help, was the T4. So if you go from Hay to Landot, you couldn't get before they changed the bus timetables, and the T4 passed 3 cocks a minute before when it used to be a minute after, so you could swap over. So now you couldn't get to Landot. So they have changed that. And that was with John Forsey's the officer. He'll the one I'll email. But if you email him, what I can do is ask him for a response.
But I mean, to be honest, to simplify it as simple as possible. The bottom line is, and all the passengers say this, that the drivers know it's a shambolic route. Because they're embarrassed about what they're doing almost, because their companies are useless. They're not helping anybody. They're not going the extra bit, and it's so many people depend on that route.
One of those with complaints as well. It may not be able to do it if the contract's there, but also when the contract review comes up, these are key points that we need to know about. That I can log with the highways specialist or officer, whatever he's got some funny titles. They give him all in the
Right. Okay. That's it because.